Still got another quarter, just under 2 to play here in the third quarter. Fulwiley goes behind the back and one.
Yeah, they're on the verge, Roy. They're right there on the verge. Every game is close. They just have to learn to get over the hump and finish.
Razzle dazzle, you talked about it, MiLaysia Fulwiley.
So here's MiLaysia Fulwiley. Nothing deters her, nothing scares her. She doesn't even have to look at the basket. She knows where it is. She's got a radar right there. Boom.
They found her stroke from 3 as well.
Fulwiley does the same thing.
It's forgivable. You can't let it happen twice. There's no player on the inbound.
Look at MiLaysia Fulwiley, the effort in denying Chavez so she doesn't get the ball. It is. She said in high school, a lot of times she was defending the other team's best player. Speaking of defense. Steal, score, Fulwiley.
Scramble for the loose ball, Fulwiley. Oh! Also, a little show and go. Tricks are for kids.
LSU's got numbers.
Swatted out of bounds, Fulwiley. Her third block to go along with 2 steals.
And this is what she does regularly. I mean, this young lady is just an elite athlete.
Kobe Caesar has it taken away. This is Fulwiley. 5 points.
Are just as good as a year ago, and they're playing at least 12 minutes less.
Fulwiley reads it, gets the steal, and gets 2 more. Tulane with the answer.
What a pass.
Long pass. Fulwiley, Flauché with the finish. And the biggest cheerleader in the building was Kim Mulkey, her head coach.
That is the point guard in Kim Mulkey, who wants her team to get out and run. She appreciated the pass.
Johnson with the steal to Fulwiley. No look, over the back. Williams for 2. Look at Christy.
Well, I didn't get to pick, but I have a feeling it's going to be this assist.
Wow.
2. I mean, this is the bottom line. This is the chemistry that we're seeing from LSU. Fulwiley doesn't get the lead pass, but she sees as a corner eye. Michaela Williams running the floor. That's just chemistry.
But she put it right in the bucket.
Which has sparked merchandise and memes all across the country, maybe even internationally at this point. Fulwiley lays it.
Caldwell wants from her group on the defensive end.
Fulwiley connects. Who also had her first career double-double with the 11 rebounds to go with the 22 points. Tennessee has turned it over 7 times now. 5 turnovers for LSU. Fulwiley again. Baldo gets denied.
I mean, if you think about LSU the last couple of SEC games, they've had these slow starts. The key has been, especially against Oklahoma, this team is...
Jordan Webster, number 6. Fulwiley, 2 for 2 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Fulwiley, 3 for 3. Fulwiley, you could see it coming with the finish, and she did to Webster. But then knocked away in a turnover. Here's Fulwiley, 1-on-2. She loves the degree of difficulty. Gives it up to Pryor. Pryor's pass knocked away, and here's Fulwiley trying to split defenders. Hits the gas, goes to the basket. First points of the second half. Fulwiley got a hand in there again, knocked it forward. Here she comes, looks for the assist, and gets it. Koval.
Fulwiley step back 3.
56% from the 3-point line. She's hit 9 of them, and because that gets her going when she hits the long one.
Pick 6 for Fulwiley. And another.
Long down low broken up. Here's Atchison. Atchison blocked by Fulwiley. Williams had it stripped away. Good D by Atchison. 3-on-1 break. And Atchison decides to...
Mitchell, find again, swatted away from behind by MiLaysia Fulwiley. You talked about her.
15 points for Fulwiley. And she is working on the defense.
To her post buddy, Grace Knox.
It was a good thing that LSU broke that press because I saw the mercury going up.
Off the screen, Shrek rejected by Flauget and again by Fulwiley.
The 11-0 run ended on the Chavez bucket. Wow, what is Zivan?
For more on Flauget Johnson, let's send it over to Alyssa.
Yeah, this is her final weekend here in the PMAC, guys. She is 67-4 right now.
We're bringing starters back in to really put this thing to bed. LSU doesn't have a field goal in the last 3 minutes, so much for that idea. Fulwiley makes the steal. Late pass to Williams for the layup. This for 3. The rebound hits the floor. Fulwiley comes away with it. Down to Richard. Yes! Beautifully done.
Handoff. The LSU has to be on point.
They were on point. They got the block, but Tulane not quitting on it. 3 on the shot clock, down to 2. The heave is off the iron. And Fulwiley's got the rebound, and she's going quickly. She's going real quickly. And she's got Flauget Johnson for 2.
Well, Gonzaga will be in that league, along with their rival, Oregon State.
Oh, Fulwiley.
13 points now for New Orleans' leading scorer on the year. Fulwiley behind the back to join her.
And to Fulwiley. Full head of steam. No look pass. And Johnson.
Only 2 remaining now. Raven Johnson has it taken away by Fulwiley. Fulwiley finds the cutter. It's not. Both teams 6 of 12 from the floor in the early going. Fulwiley picks the pocket. MiLaysia Euros and way. Edwards has it taken away by Fulwiley. Fulwiley racing to the rim.
Maupin, who has scored the last 6 points, and the theft there. Pick the pocket. Fulwiley goes to
the national championship. You got to defend. You got to be able to rebound, but you also got to have a strong point guard. And these teams had that.
Fulwiley got it to Knox. Watch her play defense. Look at that steal. Fitz is remarkable. Very quietly is one of the best deep shooters in the country. Fulwiley takes it away. Lays it in. Capacity would be against this type of competition. Right. Fulwiley makes another steal. Fulwiley.
You shouldn't have done that.
Fulwiley sneaks in with the left hand, gets too far into the
Great pass.
Fulwiley picks the pocket, goes in for 2.
Much better on the defensive end. Kim Mulkey said she's actually the glue of this defense, which I thought was a high compliment for Michaela Williams.
Fulwiley with the steal, works with Johnson. Fulwiley with the finish.
Are just as good as a year ago, and they're playing at least 12 minutes less.
Fulwiley reads it, gets the steal, and gets 2 more. Trying to get around the freshman. Now on the switch, Fulwiley. Fulwiley got a hand on it, and Fulwiley's got the steal. All the way to the basket for 2.
Marissa's battling. I really like the way they're fighting. Oh, you got to avoid those. Fulwiley just a pick 6, so quick in the pass lanes, they will steal it just like that one.
There's Fulwiley stealing the chest pass.
Oh, throw it in there. Got to bury it inside. Change the angle.
Fulwiley the steal, and there's not many races she loses.
New Orleans with looks hard to come by outside of Aaliyah Ellis as we get another steal. This time Fulwiley off to the races ahead of the pack. We'll get the easy one from the officiating crew on both ends of the floor, right? I mean, they're going to call it the way they call it as Fulwiley gets the steal right away. Tigers come to the scorer's table to sub in, and there's the quick hands of Fulwiley again, picking pockets throughout this first half.
First time number 4 in black. She has her hands taped. Picked up by Fulwiley. Fulwiley turns on the Jets and finishes. Fulwiley, man, you get that vertical. And there's a steal. Fulwiley will go down uncontested. Fulwiley with another steal, her 3rd.
And their quickness of getting around players is what allows Fulwiley right here, hands.
2nd steal by Fulwiley, gives it up to Johnson, and Johnson has 6 points.
And again,
Fulwiley, the thief. Fulwiley gets another steal, and now we'll go down for another bucket.
9-0 run for LSU, making their last 5 shots. And it's stolen away.
Fulwiley, one-on-one pass. Garrett. Good defense from Fulwiley. Bryant nowhere to go. Tipped away. 4 seconds. Outlet. Fulwiley lays it in as the third quarter comes to a...
Consistently, that kind of play, the aggressive defense and elite offense, and here it goes again. Fulwiley just picking apart.
Good steal. Fulwiley got it.
Here is Boyd. Try and drive it, just lost it. Fulwiley off the steal. Fulwiley the reverse.
Look at Fulwiley. She is 74-25. LSU.
That's a turnover. Go ball ahead to Fulwiley. Fulwiley forced that entire play and then gets the benefit of scoring it and forces another one again.
Of Carol Lawson's teams, so far they've been able to do that as Fulwiley comes up with one, and that is something.
That's stolen by Fulwiley. She's so good at that, and just casually...
8 points off the bench. Boy, another sloppy possession. Fulwiley will take advantage.
So LSU continuing to keep up the defensive intensity, and she is the leading.
And a chance for LSU. Fulwiley. Got it.
Savannah, top of the circle, missed the 3. And here comes Fulwiley. She's very fast, runs down the floor and scoops it in. Corner 3, Turkov. Sincraft tried to tip it. Ball comes free. Fulwiley streaks out into the open. Got Turner in front of her and puts it in.
Kicks it out to the right side. The pass is low and fumbled. Here's Fulwiley. Works past one, works past another, and rolls it in.
Misses them both. Fulwiley doesn't slow it down, takes it to the rim and lays it in.
Wanted a foul, won't get it. Fulwiley through contact, blazing to the basket. Wade Dozie 1 for 2, now in double figures in 10 of her last 13. And Fulwiley for South Carolina. Fulwiley will pull and hit.
Runs the table there. They're going to have a great case to get a number 1 seed, in my opinion.
Is it a huge difference in your mind as a coach between a 1 and a 2?
Great work by Hines for LSU to be able to get that rebound. She wasn't in the best of positions. She got it from way back to dribble because you could tell what side she wants to go to, but the pressure forced that turnover.
Fulwiley hits another one. And head coach John Hudson at halftime. Fulwiley for 3. Got it! Koval can't finish, but it's LSU's ball again. Fulwiley. Bang!
Here's Fulwiley. Calling for the screen. Steps back for the 3 and hits it over me. She's into the scoring area in 4 or 5 seconds up the floor. Deep 3 behind Koval, and she hits it. And everybody's doing that right now.
Reaching double figures.
Fulwiley among them, coming off the bench, knocks down.
Haven't seen a lot of Grace Knox in the second half. Grabs the rebound and gets it out quickly to Richard. Out to Fulwiley. Hit a 3 a few moments ago. Fulwiley hits another.
8 seconds left in the quarter. LSU can take the last shot. Down to 5. Fulwiley needs to put it in play. Down to 1. This will count if it goes. It does!
At 6-1, and just trying to get her legs back here. You missed 2 years of basketball, and then you come back and play in LSU. What a challenge. What a challenge it is.
Fulwiley splits the defenders, scoops it up and in. What a move.
Taina Mayer, the point guard for Duke's got her hands full right here with Fulwiley. Look at her turn the corner. My goodness!
Shot clock down to 5. Fulwiley spinning, flipping, and hitting.
At the U.S. Virgin Islands Paradise Jam. LSU with the lead, and
Osofin comes in off the bench.
Fulwiley at the point, gives it to Johnson, now takes the handoff, spins and fires.
And I am 6'4", but she can take it off the bounce and then keep control of the basketball. That helps her to score over taller defenders.
Off the wing.
MiLaysia on the drive. Scoop shot up and in.
Picks it up, 3 seconds left. Fulwiley at the horn, gets it to go. Count it for MiLaysia Fulwiley.
MiLaysia Fulwiley excel on this.
Rolling on the floor is a successful basket.
LSU making some substitutions with Knox in the game right now. Fulwiley is checked in. Joyner is in. Fulwiley for 3. Yes! There's the attempted backdoor cut.
She's the 2024. Speaking of Gatorade Player of the Year, 2024. And we're just talking about her and her knack of being able to get to the glass and get the rebounds.
Fulwiley.
I said a couple of minutes ago when they made the line change, they were bringing starters back in to really put this thing to bed. LSU floor in the second half.
This is Fulwiley. She'll be counted on to play point guard when Jada Richard is not in the game. Koval with quick hands, knocks it loose. Williams
and one
down to Fulwiley. They have a 13 rebound edge, 29-16. Fulwiley just takes that away.
Fulwiley down in the lane, get the easy 2.
Fulwiley for 3. Yep. Nestles it home. Johnson claims the rebound. She's on the run. Takes it into the lane. Makes the late pass. Fulwiley lays it up. Lays it in. Can't penetrate. 1 second to shoot. It's on its way legally, but off the rim. And here comes Fulwiley. Johnson sets up. Fires. Flauget. Yeah. Elia Collins. That's her first bucket. Johnson for 3. Yeah. Once again, Williams with the steal, all the way down to Fulwiley, another easy bucket. MiLaysia Fulwiley, Kate Koval, Micaiah Williams, and Zakiya Johnson. Fewest points in a game with the LSU women's basketball team. The answer is 19, and that occurred twice.
She played professionally 3 years over in Israel. She's not playing tonight. She played in their opener. She's not playing tonight.
Fulwiley turns and tosses it.
Two freshmen going to Joyner. Joyner working around Leah Anderson. Inside Fulwiley gets that one off the glass.
Eagles have to find a way to get LSU out of transition and running quick just like that. The LSU had that 13-0 run in the middle part of this quarter.
Fulwiley basket counts. Out to Williams. MiLaysia Fulwiley driving inside off the glass. Fulwiley. Flauget missing the mid-range. Rebound, Michaela Williams. Second chance after no good. Fulwiley is there. Fulwiley off the glass and gets it in. Fulwiley drives, bounce pass. Flauget Johnson, corner 3. That's her first miss from deep. Offensive rebound. What a find! Another turnover for the Tigers. Fulwiley
intercepted, an excellent anticipation by Joyner. This is Fulwiley hanging, scoring. She's fouled. This crowd is going crazy. She went poured out on the first time. Gonzalez the second time.
Look at her cut off and now get the steal.
There's been a microwave off the bench again. Look at her shake and bake and missing the fadeaway from about 12. Ball is knocked loose. Fulwiley is there to pick it up. Fulwiley uses the window. And LSU.
That's a turnover.
Koval ahead to Fulwiley.
Fulwiley forced that entire play.
Lane from short range. Joyner is fouled. She's going to go right back to the free for the Tigers right now. A long three comes up short. Ball hits the deck. Fulwiley runs it down. LSU by 60. 62.
Joyner open on the block.
Three-pointer after going 0 for 12. They knocked down a three-pointer with the freshman Marshall getting it to go. Fulwiley answers back quickly.
She's actually the glue of this defense, which I thought was a high compliment.
Tulane with the answer.
What a pass.
Long pass. Fulwiley. Flauget with the finish. Numbers back the other way. Fulwiley's the player back, and she may have gotten a piece of that one. And here comes Johnson. Fulwiley. Michaela Williams open. 4-3. Fulwiley throws it up, count it, and one.
It's still a lot more than the rest of us.
Here's Snead on the drive, the block from behind, another block for LSU.
From deep. Hunkin Plater starting to heat up. Fulwiley! She's over 60% from the field. A steal. Ahead. Fulwiley finishes. The lowest scoring quarter that LSU has turned in defensively this season has been. But if LSU gets to 100, that would be 6 in a row. That would tie an NCAA record.
They've done a very good job of that on missed shots.
MiLaysia Fulwiley launches the three.
Under the rim, and they look to go right back inside.
Knox catch and shoot on the inbounds.
Long rebounds. It's like an outlet pass.
LSU on the run. And Fulwiley. Here's Flauget.
Almost lost her
like
headband.
A double dribble there. Fulwiley got away with it and is going to get 2 points.
Knox gets the offensive board, gets it out, and Williams converts.
Here's a feed into Koval. Coach, it was high energy too, wasn't it?
Oh, no question. Then they did the slide drill. The slide drill your junior high coach made you do that you hated.
Yep. And this Tigers team's doing that.
Well, and she talked about discipline at the defensive end.
Another dump off. Here's the steal, but then they give it right back. And how about the catch by Grace Knox? She could play wide receiver. Hines for three. Knox hits the deck. Bodies hit the deck. Oh, the dump off for Knox.
Duke just needs to become a little bit more consistent in that role.
Transfer from Maryland. Here's Fulwiley. Wiggling, taking, and finishing. Tough bucket. Fully back healthy.
Yeah, and when she is, she'll be able to come out and step out and defend.
Hyena's hand. We highlight the urgent need for cancer research during V-Week. Appreciate that.
After the game.
Yeah. Knocked away. Fulwiley, what an astute tip. And then the fling ahead for Williams, who lays it in. Fulwiley all the way in. Time it. Koval didn't have her footing. Fulwiley the putback.
Deflection on the inbound, and right away length paying off, creating a play up the floor for the lay-in that's good.
Tough one by Hines there, handling the backcourt. I'm familiar with her background, being from New Mexico, where I was born and raised, and she was highly recruited.
Fulwiley head up in traffic, nothing doing as the Privateers get back, but now able to feed the post, and Knox, who muscles away. The native of Columbia, South Carolina, leaving her hometown school to play for LSU as we get a quick inbound, and there is the lay-in. Ball steals the entry pass, but Kimbrough able to get it right back. Up ahead to Washington, who pumps and has it swatted by Fulwiley. But yeah, there's no doubt that the Tigers can score every which way imaginable, and you can't help them with extra possessions as Fulwiley will shoot off the screen. Back to Keolo, who lost it trying the runner, it looked like. Up ahead, Williams to Fulwiley ahead of the pack again for another easy one.
She's either in or bad shots.
Kimbrough called for the block a moment ago. The inbound to Joyner, and what a touch pass. A perfect setup there, and the players know it. And Fulwiley knows the show must go on. Tigers know to slow it down when they need to. Fulwiley the dish and the lay-in good.
The all-time assist leaders in La Tech history. Oh, nice shot.
And I like the schedule she's put together to get ready for Conference USA play. I like the pieces of this team. If this team continues.
Johnson lost it, ends up in the hands of Richard into the corner. Wide open is Fulwiley.
And so again, this is what you have a non-conference for. You just learn, you gel. Here's the lob.
Oh, look at that play from Koval back to Fulwiley, and she puts it in. Marshall on the drive around Knox. Haven't seen a lot of Grace Knox in the second half. Grabs the rebound against.
But now leading 20-5. There's your example of jumping on the floor. Look at Hines. Hit the floor. Keep it alive for Fulwiley. Fulwiley brings it down, lays it off. 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Fulwiley at the top. Takes it down, loops it up, and scores. Right now, with this lineup on the floor, Knox has produced.
My concern for the fans is if you get stuck on 66, do they wait till they get fouled?
A little bit of Kimbo. Joyner behind the double screen.
66 to 68, there's going to be some booing. Uh-oh, here you go now.
Fulwiley.
I remember their uniform was green. I should have done it better. It was a Baylor. Okay, I'm being told it was Baylor. There was a girl going to the line, and Coach looked at her and said, don't miss it, because she knew that Flau'jae Johnson shots that we've come to see.
Johnson rejects that one. That's Zakiya Johnson. Late pass underneath.
Sellers, a redshirt sophomore. Fulwiley, right place at the right time. Elite freshman class this year that Kim Mulkey brought into LSU. Fulwiley dishes it down low, and one to Joyner.
Their turnover, and she wasn't going to let that get out of her hands.
Knox has 8 points. Is blocked from behind by Fulwiley. You face this LSU team.
Well, I don't even know if it's a pressure thing. I think it's one of the things for UTA that they got to do.
Crossing that 1,000 rebound mark. Fulwiley. And one. Under 5 to play here in the third quarter. And into the 13-0 run for LSU, and Joyner trying to start another.
All the way to the bottom. Great finish. Some of the fouls that she's gotten called have been unnecessary fouls.
Fulwiley trying to get another steal. Burridge dumps it into Williams. Oh, wow. How about that hang time? Good look inside. Blocked by Fulwiley. Williams frustrated missing that free throw. And I missed another one. Fulwiley picks it up and cleans it. Alabama State's total point production.
50.4 points per game for the bench. And this is a brand new.
In her hands right now. Good things usually happen. Johnson, baseline jumper, good. We'll open SEC play here against Kentucky Thursday night. Flowers drives, blocked. That's enough. Having a very good game this afternoon. Made those free throws for 6-7 rebounds as she'll stop off and talk to Kim Mulkey. Nice look inside. Johnson with a finish. Shot 54% in the first quarter. That field goal percentage down to 48% for the game, but that'll help. Seconds of this quarter. Three-pointer on the way is off the mark. Fulwiley grabs the rebound, goes behind her back to Joyner, and one. Joyner foul. It's probably not good news for Kentucky.
Definitely not.
Fulwiley underhands it, easy finish.
Dribble pull up, and Fulwiley takes it right out of the hand. Great pass.
Another steal for competed though. They have it back down. There's a block shot.
LSU back down court on a couple of occasions. Obi running the floor.
Great cross-court pass to break that full-court press.
Fulwiley.
For moving, you need to be 6'8 or 6'9. Other than that, it's almost unguardable.
There's a pass down low. And a reverse.
Played at the Final Four last year with the Longhorns. Pick out at midcourt. Fulwiley's got it and misses the left side layup with the right hand, but is able to clean it up. Fulwiley, this is what she does. She has such quick hands. She's got 56 steals. That was her 57th steal on the season. Williams tries the baseline, the skip. Everybody getting a touch on the perimeter. Back to push the other way for Wiley. Little off balance. Second chance. Got it short there. For Wiley. Pull up in transition. Knocks it down. For Wiley all the way. No. Another second chance opportunity. For Wiley. Nice little pocket pass. And the finish. Here's Blake's. 15 points in the game. For Wiley. Got a block. For Wiley. Drops it off for Joyner. And she hits.
Great player. You can put up great numbers, but can you lead your team to a win?
Another look here. The fade in McKay. For Wiley. Drops it off for Johnson, and LSU responds.
Left the Gamecocks and signed with the Tigers. Here's Fulwiley on the drive, banks it in. The rebound controlled by LSU as Richard brings it across to Fulwiley. Open lane to the basket, and she lays it in. Stopped by to say hello before the game. And obviously she made a great coaching.
Everyone else over this far.
And this is a direct result of LSU's defense. Johnson left open. Gonzalez shot blocked out of bounds by Fulwiley. This is a clean look. Carnegie drives back the other way. Stops, had her shot blocked by Fulwiley. Carnegie was open for the three. Instead going to drive and miss. Johnson clears to Fulwiley. Got to watch out when she's in the open. And a scoop shot up and win and one.
And she'll be playing more minutes as Mia Woolfolk is still not on the Georgia bench.
Great feed by Fulwiley. Gets in the...
And how... I mean, these teams in the SEC, it's a battle every day. And
my goodness, what a block by Johnson. And now another block by Fulwiley. What a response after having that scoreless game on Sunday. And a block by Fulwiley.
Still looking for her first bucket. 0 for 5 today. Fulwiley with the step through. Flage heads out. Fulwiley to Joyner in the lane for two. Takeaway. For LSU, they've got numbers. For Wiley, wide open Knox. Facing Texas on the road at LSU. And the defense continues.
The rim and hunt the paint for layups.
Hey, MiLaysia, Fulwiley's in the game. Always got to keep an eye on her. Eric and Debbie, thank you. What a game. Louisville extending its win streak. Fulwiley to the SEC logo, and she's fouled. A place to live, and Oklahoma reached out a hand to help her, and she has been so thankful for her time at OU. Richard up ahead in transition.
Such an excellent game on both ends of the floor. So gets the ball here, is able to finish it with the left.
It is back-to-back ranked wins.
I need a sub. So she's trying to give as much as she can right now, but on fumes, as we mentioned before, hasn't been practicing. Richard. Fulwiley. Hines will try another three. This one goes 2:20 to go in the first half. Fulwiley tiptoes. Spencer. Turnover. Johnson to Fulwiley. Fulwiley hangs and finishes. Just got that Showtime vibe right now as Fulwiley hands off to Knox.
Layla Reynolds off the bench tonight, rejected by Fulwiley.
It's unbelievable, and Amaya Joyner does a great job of getting early rebounding positions, so she gets those extra, so LSU can't run off of it.
Coach, what's the strategy here against the zone? Richard will give you one.
Done that either, so... but I like how she's learning the game from other players that play the game.
Best thing he sees tonight. Going behind the back and through the legs and the crossover.
Look.
I think she sees a little bit of herself in
size of Fulwiley. She's shorter than Fulwiley. But she didn't have any fear when she played the game. Now, she had some big post players backing her up, too. Really elevated shoes. Elevated sneakers.
Fulwiley, little high step. 2 already projected on the 1 line in South Carolina and Vanderbilt. Fulwiley drains a 10-2 run. There's been no turning back for the Tigers tonight. Fulwiley the block. And a foul.
Arkansas recognizing they've been getting beat from the inside, not so much on outside shots. Goes for zone deep.
Takes it away from her teammate. Ball's down. Somehow it winds up in the hands of Richard. Now Fulwiley for 3. Bam!
On the inside, she went right up with it.
And that's her first bucket. Knox gets a piece of it. Down to Fulwiley. Late pass. Late in. Williams got it.
20-plus win Thursday against Arkansas. Nice dish and fine from Fulwiley. Obviously, some tough competition in South Carolina and Ole Miss. And over and back, and again, the defense. They find the junior open again. Got him! You go with it. Again, Carly Weathers played with her daughter back in the younger days as the block. And it's LSU basketball. In transition behind the back, you saw it right there. We showed it. Kim Mulkey said, if you do that, you can't play tomorrow. So she's corrected it because she is earning her some minutes. Your national championship. Fulwiley finds Burridge. Back to Fulwiley. Launching the 3. Rolls it in.
Armin with her 3rd mid-range bucket of this first.
Texas does such a good job navigating the screens on the baseline.
Johnson connects on a 3 for Michaela Williams, who is part of that very talented class as Williams, her size helps her. 9 points for Crump. Fulwiley blasted. 7 points in the 3rd for Carleton. She did not score in the first half. Williams connects. Great denial. Good feed from Fulwiley.
Every level.
52 points, 69 minutes. Oh, Fulwiley sneaks in. A complete night from the senior Rory Harmon. Harmon gets denied that time by Fulwiley.
Most of us referees are hard of hearing by our old age because we've blown it so much in our own ears. So it is a loud whistle.
Right now, Tennessee at number 2. So, look, anything can happen in this SEC down the stretch. Vandy's sitting at number 3, but they've got a gauntlet of a schedule coming up. You had Vicky Orr, CJ, Carolyn Jones was a baller here as well, as she has in previous games. Deflected by Coulibaly, runs into the table. Fulwiley gets it, drops it off, nice dime. Fulwiley again puts it right there. We already talked about South Carolina, Tennessee in action right now.
The open floor, one of the reasons it's so incredibly important for both teams to take care of the basketball.
Teams are 1 and 2 in fast break points in Division I.
Into the rhythm of the game.
Here's Raven Johnson. Fulwiley picks the pocket.
She's been able to do that. One of those that Dawn pointed to was their game against Texas at home.
Fulwiley as a guard. Latson. Oh, what a block from Fulwiley.
That timeout.
Yeah. Only 2 remaining now. Raven Johnson has it taken away by Fulwiley. Raven Johnson springing the other way. Fulwiley took it away.
And Ole Miss is going to keep her out there. Inbound Koval wide open. Joyner spins into a double team. It's knocked loose. Fulwiley has it and is able to clean it up and picked up a second foul. So both she and Fulwiley limited minutes. And MiLaysia will start out the second half with a bucket.
No hands up in the zone. Good dig by MiLaysia Fulwiley.
Shot clock's winding down. Good D by Joyner, and here comes LSU.
Oh, she double dribbled.
Double dribble on Fulwiley. Behind the back pass. Took Richard off of her step. MiLaysia for 3. Got it.
That's a tough one right there. Lattimore's been kind of quiet, Beth.
Good help by Joyner. 2-on-1. Fulwiley from Flagey for the lay-in. She's played almost every minute tonight. And there she is with the post up and blocked by a couple and off of McMahon. A top 10 win over Vanderbilt. Looking for a third one to put on the resume tonight for Ole Miss. Fulwiley trying to prevent that from happening. LSU will push again. Flagey, Fulwiley. Winning the fourth quarter 15-6. All the Ole Miss points from the free throw line. And Fulwiley got a piece of it. And it's another missed layup. Always another defender to come over to help out for LSU. They dig it out.
Flagey for three. Fulwiley corrals it. Shot clock down to 5. Williams with a mid-range.
So here's Fulwiley, just always looking to create little globe. Yeah, I'm sure Coach Milkey would have liked to have more time with her, but she had a great career at both schools.
Fulwiley. That's a three. Fulwiley again. Kaya Johnson ripped it away. Skip to Flagey. There it is.
Really good enough to be in Phoenix. And in particular, they not only have the offense and defense, but runs the table there. They're going to have a great case to get a #1 seed, in my opinion.
Is it a huge difference in your mind as a coach between the one? What are you thinking about? What's front and center in your mind in a game that you have firmly in your grasp? With a chance to mess around and get a triple-double, but she could stuff that stat sheet and maybe go 4 different categories.
But you wouldn't know it from this game today.
It's been a struggle against LSU's size and depth. Fulwiley to end the regular season. Fulwiley, that's a record. A career-high 6 3-pointers. Dominant in the second and third quarters. That was more than enough. And 108 points on the board tonight.
Oh, nice crossover. Cooper off one leg, gets blocked. Fulwiley coming off the best 2-game scoring stretch of her career. And that was an excellent entry. It sounds like you were trying to hedge your telly bets.
I was.
Another block. Wiley dancing with the ball. Can't scoop it in. Gets it back and lays it off.
Really
Think about Tennessee.
Penetrating kick.
And they can make up a deficit in a hurry because of those three. Fulwiley, no one picked her up.
I like that this team's responding how Coach Caldwell has asked them to.
No doubt, Holly. Fulwiley ahead of the field will lay it in. Richard takes it away. Here's Fulwiley leaking out. Kaya Johnson lays it in. Aldo gets blocked by Fulwiley. Count for 3. Boy, that was a great move off a heartbreaking loss to Texas A&M, a game in which they actually led. And intentionality this week preparing for LSU as that's stolen away by Fulwiley. Turnaround. Fulwiley drops it in.
You can see that was a point of emphasis when we talked to both coaching staffs, that the defensive rebounds were going to be so key because that gets them going in their open court.
And now Mississippi State, after hitting their first 3, has gone 0 for 7 as Fulwiley while with the South Carolina Gamecocks. Good block there by Fulwiley and wins it back. Has scored in double figures in 9 out of the last 12 games. She, you would think, would have to have a big game today. It's early in the second quarter. Here's Francis. Sent back by Fulwiley. By Koval, who was excellent in the ACC last year for Notre Dame. Fulwiley hit another gear.
Reed and covered multiple players on the defensive end for Mississippi State is huge.
Fulwiley with a no-look bounce pass. Chavez hits the deck in the paint. Fulwiley lobbing it in. Johnson able to fight through, especially a freshman. At that level of poise and concentration, Fulwiley. Van accelerates, beautiful look, and oh, what a rejection.
Right to left crossover in the space and quickness that Chavez gets, getting that shot up.
LSU just 4 points in the quarter. They add 3 more there. Fulwiley, nice knockaway. Williams after it, and it's out of bounds to LSU.
Excited, slaps her teammate in the cheek with excitement.
Fulwiley all the way in LSU. Chavez, no. Fulwiley behind the back, up the floor. Johnson racing in, LSU. And misses them both. Fulwiley with time. 5 seconds left. Fulwiley, the hesitation, the fade, and the hit.
Kim Mulkey, who's known for being hard on her point guards, and we have seen MiLaysia's decision-making grow. Didn't see it on the replay, but right before she took that last shot, she surveys the floor, sees what her options are, and then makes a quick decision. In both cases, the decision was right, as is that one.
On the day, but typically semi I go. You go semi?
I think I do.
All right. Flage, she got it from Knox, and it stays in bounds. Fulwiley in transition. Flage up under and in. Beers, just 6 field goals, 21 points from her. Bella Hines drains the 3. Fulwiley spinning, banking, and finishing. Tanaya Latson, excellent in this opening quarter. Fulwiley races to the rim. Fulwiley. Oh, what a quick burst. What a take since 2003. Here's Fulwiley zipping through the lane. MiLaysia finally in. Fulwiley, a deep one. You bet. Latson. Richard at the deck. Latson gets denied by Fulwiley.
The glass in the first half.
Richard fires and hits from 3. Fulwiley with the answer. She's become a very good three-point shooter. LSU has the shot clock turned off. Fulwiley doesn't realize it. Fulwiley lays it. Here's Okai. Misses the layup. And here comes LSU. Fulwiley across her body. Williams, they need it. They've got it. Helps out South Carolina.
Great play call by Dawn Staley, attacking the mismatch.
18 and 11 for Edwards. Fulwiley, what a pass to Knox. Beats the shot clock. A huge fist bump from Dawn Staley. She knows it's over. Williams' 3 is good.
Flaunger Johnson, let's send it over to Alyssa.
Yeah, this is her final weekend here in the PMAC.
Brought on the bench.
With certainly his impact being felt in that Villanova team, runners-up in the Big East to UConn.
And the takeaway out on the break. Fulwiley with the finish at the hoop.
Stolen away by Fulwiley, still holds on to. They tried to get an over and back. No. Mitchell had that hand up from Bella Hines out on the break. Here's Fulwiley. Yes! Think about 140 career games in an LSU uniform, and that was deflected by a couple.
Taina Mayer, the point guard for Duke's, got her hands full right here with Fulwiley. Look at her turn the corner. My goodness! So fast! Look at that, clear it out for her in transition. Like, gonna bring a little drag screen right here. Nice roll. Here's Fulwiley. Calling for the screen. Steps back for the 3 and hits it over. She's into the scoring area in 4 or 5 seconds up the floor. Deep 3 behind Koval, and she hits it. Coach Lawson mentioned to Jess. Fulwiley still hot. Not made Duke play any defense. They've just gone quick score. And Duke has done a nice job offensively.
Fulwiley slices her way to the rim.
I bet next year she'll be a pick and pop 5 for Kara Lawson. She's working on that perimeter game.
Fulwiley, dialing it up. She's getting whatever she wants. Williams for 3, hits it.
We've had 8 turnovers to their 4. But overall, she said, our energy is gone. It's like it's zapped. So she said, where is the energy? So she's hoping that it's right there.
We'll punch 4 more tickets to the Elite 8 tomorrow. South Carolina, Oklahoma, TCU, Virginia.
Cadence in the second half.
Jackson back to Fournier. Blocked by Fulwiley and then blocked by Johnson.
And block shots.
Fulwiley inbounds to Joyner for 2.
Advantage.
On the run with Fulwiley.
Certainly change that right now.
Can she keep her LSU career alive over the weekend, or is it the Blue Devils? With their outstanding backcourt today, as Fulwiley, Lawson was counting on it. She gets 1 for 2. Fulwiley on the drive.